so excited for today's video because I am bringing you guys to somewhere actually I've never been to before and literally know nothing about. I just found out a couple days ago that I am going to Valle de Guadalupe, and I want to bring you guys along with this adventure so that we can find out more about this phenomenal and beautiful place together. So let's dive in. Cheers, ladies! And if you're new here, hola, I'm Christine with Where in the World is GL, and I make travel videos every week. Tell me, get up, and go travel. So if you like to travel, consider subscribing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having so much fun on this trip already. Ooh, look at this. Right now I'm doing a tasting at Magoni, which is one of the wineries that's kind of at the entrance of Valle de Guadalupe. We just arrived at winery numero uno. I'm so excited because I think we're going to be having wine under a really beautiful oak tree. One thing that's really unique about this specific winery is that the winemaker has 120 different varietals of grapes. Whew! That's a lot, but really phenomenal wine. I've been super happy so far. Really beautifully designed out here. Ooh, look at where we're going. One tip I have for you if you're coming here is it is hot out here. Actually, and what's really interesting is that there's no water in this area. And so it's actually a really big challenge for them to bring water into this area. But aside from that, it is very, very hot. So make sure you dress appropriately. The temperature does change at night, so make sure you bring layers as well. Here's a helpful tip, because I was asking what happens if you come to visit the wineries just on your own, because I'm here with the tour group, which actually we'll talk about that in just a second. Plus, how the heck do you get down here? So we'll get into that. But what's interesting to know is that if you're like me here on a Thursday, then not a big deal if you just drop in midweek, but don't forget to look at hours of the different wineries because they're not necessarily open 7 days a week. So if you come midweek when they're open, then you can just drop in, but generally on the weekend, you need a reservation. I really love this place, but you wanna know what time it is? It's time to drink at the next one. Mi amigo! Thank you, Raphael. Raphael! Hey, thank you. I don't know where we are, but I'm excited. Ooh, this menu is hot.
Then what type of accent?
Wow. Wow. What an amazing time. I have an entire table full of very sweaty, hot, fermenting, lovely, lit ladies behind me, and we have been having the most phenomenal tasting. A few of the highlights of this tasting has been, wow, Kristen came out. The winemaker came out and she chatted with us about her whole process and her journey, and it's been a phenomenal learning about these amazing wines at Lechuza. One of the amazing things about this tour and this winery is they really will do a lot to make sure that you are happy. And my sister loves Nebbiolo wines. And so off of their normal tasting menu, they did something a little bit extra special for us in serving us something they don't normally serve, and it was a very special experience. On site, they have a food truck. They have a food truck, and it's great to be able to have a bite to eat as you are sweating your butt off. And inside, they have a full little shop where you can buy wines, of course, but also a lot of fun other things as well. Oh, I've been having so much fun. And this is the current temperature that it is right now, in case you're like, it can't be that hot, Christine. Nah, it's hot. But to be honest, it hasn't been as hot as it normally is here. It's been a very hot year for them, with temperatures as high as 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So, whew, I can't even imagine that. But this is a spot that you cannot miss. But you want to know what's next? Air conditioning, the hotel. Ciao, ciao, ciao. I don't recommend driving yourself. We are very drunk. Raphael!
But how the hell are we gonna get up there? Serious? Serious?
curious about is how the hell do we get up to those rooms?
Fly!
How?
Fly!
Send the drone! Encuentro is a really interesting property, but to get around this property, you must take the shuttle everywhere. My savior. I'm taking you guys on what the shuttle is like just to go to the pool and then the rooms. And if you know anything about GoPro, this is shot on time warp 5x and then sped up 8x. Bye, see you never. Good luck. Which the translation of that is that it takes a very long time to get around this property, which is really, really beautiful. Half the group went to the pool, which is really nice, but I decided to go to the room. And again, I sped this up for you guys because even the walk to the room, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, cool. That's a beautiful view. Tell me in the comments below what you think of the room and these types of rooms. I think it's kind of interesting. I have stayed in places like this before, but this one's a little unique because it's a desert landscape. This is the rate that we are paying. I'm curious what your thoughts are on that. Tell me in the comments below. Oh, and cheers that like button if you're getting some value out of this video. But this is where I'm staying. I'm actually sharing a room with my sister, so we're gonna
create a little pillow wall.
But it's hot. I think you can see can you see how sweaty I am? Make sure, tip, you bring a ton of sunscreen. Call for help. Mayday, mayday, I need wine. Mayday, mayday, wine. I think it's out of batteries. Oh, that's nice. A little bit of very basic shower. Nice, simple. I guess I'm neither here nor there about it. After a nap or passing out, I asked my sister what she thought of the room. First impression of the room? It's fine. But now it is time to go to dinner. This place rocks. Oh, thank you. As we drove to dinner, and I'm so excited for you to see the dinner that we had, I realized that Encuentro is not unique. In other words, there are lots of unique places to stay. But the dinner we had at Lunario, it is unique. So excited for dinner. I'm getting angry, but tip, if you're choosing to drive out here, there's a lot of paved roads. The majority of it is not. Like this. So even though we didn't go that far for dinner, it took a long time because Raphael was bumping over these crazy roads. Ooh, it's pretty in here. Ooh, here's another helpful tip. Temperature drops at night. It's very, very hot during the day. Wish I had my jacket right now. Bring layers. Dinner tonight is a fixed menu with a wine pairing, and I am hungry. It's already insanely hot outside, but can't go anywhere in this place without having to take the shuttle. Like, you can't walk somewhere on your own. And I just want some coffee. So instead, we're just gonna pack everything up and get the F out of here, and coffee on the way. It's beautiful in here. Let's talk about how to get in and out, as well as who the heck was I on this trip with and who was my tour guide.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
How do people find for Tengo Hambre?
Online.
Online.
Instagram.
Chad, thank you. That's my man.
I just waited for 2 hours and 8 minutes to get through the immigration line, and I put a link in the description below so you can look at the US border wait times, but basically there's no way to really avoid or anticipate what time you should try to cross the border at. But it was a pretty long wait out there, and it's not super fun like Disneyland. it wraps for days. I have my global entry card. If you have a global entry card, definitely get one if you don't, because you can breeze right through. But given no one else in my group had one, I just waited with everyone else. But we chose to walk in and out of Mexico versus driving in. So I went on this tour with my sister and her friends, and we used Club Tengo Hambre. And it was with Violetta and Rafael that we were taken all over Valle de Guadalupe. And it was a really great experience having someone to curate and create an amazing experience for us. I do recommend that you do an overnight trip. It's kind of a lot to go all the way down there, have a very hot and sweaty day, drinking all the wine, and then heading all the way back over the border and waiting in that line. So I would recommend at least one night as an overnight trip. I discovered something new. I hope you had some fun with me in this video. If you did, cheers that like button, consider subscribing, and tell me in the comments what you know about Valle de Guadalupe and if it's somewhere that you would consider. And I will see ya in the next adventure. Ciao.